Hi everyone, my name is Jillian Mather. I'm presenting my project on the complex relationship between moose and winter ticks, how climate change is affecting this relationship, and the importance of influential communication to stakeholders. The rationale behind this project was to better understand the relationship between moose and winter ticks. As a resident of New Hampshire, I've noticed the declining moose populations, and as a future wildlife biologist, I wanted to research more about it and the potential wildlife management techniques that could be utilized. I reached out to Henry Jones, who is the head moose biologist in the state of New Hampshire. In the past few years, Henry has conducted multiple research analyses on the decline of moose in the northeastern United States. Initially, I had wanted to partake in this research and be more hands-on in the data collection portion. Due to time restraints and limited funding from New Hampshire Fish and Game, Henry offered a suggestion as to where I could help contribute. He asked me to look into the most effective way to transmit data to stakeholders and help promote adequate decision-making. Henry provided research papers that he contributed to help supply the data and methods that were used in the data collection for the populations of winter ticks found in moose. Although moose are present in most of the northern United States, the most impacted populations of moose from the winter ticks are moose located in the northeastern United States, specifically in the states of New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. So for the project overview, first I was going to analyze past data presented by Henry Jones and from other outside sources, including data collected by Vermont and Maine wildlife managers. The second was to understand why climate change is affecting the relationship between winter ticks and moose, and then to create ways to share information on this complex relationship to stakeholders. Temperatures in New England are rising more rapidly than other places throughout the country. This increase in temperature creates stress for the moose and reduces foraging opportunities. Winter tick populations, however, are exploding due to milder winters and warmer summers. Unlike dog and deer ticks, winter ticks, as the name displays, are most active in late fall and throughout winter. Also, unlike deer or dog ticks, winter ticks are pack hunters. This technique allows them to easily transfer to their moose hosts during late fall foraging and overwhelm the host. Compared to other animals, moose are poor groomers, which means they are the most susceptible to become overwhelmed by the winter ticks. The most susceptible populations of moose are calves and pregnant cows. There are a couple different methods of data collection. One is the GPS radio collar tracking. The second is the snow urine analysis. And then the third is the surveys I am hoping to present regarding the different ways to present scientific data or information that is most effective to readers and to influence stakeholders. Wildlife managers throughout New Hampshire, Maine, and Vermont are creating collaborative research projects that aim to collar high populations of moose, specifically throughout the winter seasons. Collars are implemented after an aerial tracking, which results in the darting and sedation of a moose and the implementation of an ear tag as well as a collar. Collars are then able to track the moose's migration as well as to note any mortalities. Mortalities can be recorded if in a 5-hour period the GPS radio has not been triggered. Researchers are then able to locate the deceased moose and provide a urine analysis and fecal matter analysis, as well as check for the presence of winter ticks and also count the number of winter ticks present. Snow urine analysis. This can either occur in a deceased moose or a migrating moose. Researchers are able to locate the bedding or a travel site of an active moose and collect a snow urine sample within a 24-hour period. The urine sample can provide information that can be indicative of a moose's current status. Researchers look for the stress hormone, indicated FGCM. High levels of the stress hormone denote the presence of winter ticks overburdening their hosts. It can also signify a high-density snow year, and low nutrient retention, the last of which is also an effect from the presence of winter ticks. Wildlife managers are faced with the challenging situation of being aware of the issue but being unsure on how to proceed. Many wildlife management strategies are highly controversial, including the main proposed culling of their moose, which can occur with the increasing hunting permits to further reduce the population of moose. This is done in hopes of also reducing the winter tick population. I am tasked with finding the most effective way to present the information and potential strategies that will be most helpful to restore moose populations, as well as a general agreement between wildlife managers and stakeholders. The rest of my research will be surrounding the best ways to implement this information and looking at past studies to see how stakeholders and wildlife managers were best informed and able to implement strategies based on the information they were being presented. Thank you so much, and the next slides are my references.